Now, to the most recent Spider-Man movie. Brand New Day. Trash. This movie was terrible. No, I'm just playing. Best of the best. The greatest Spider-Man movie of all time. Spider-Man Brand New Day. So stinking good. Oh my gosh. I'm going to rant about this for a minute. Hold on, I'm going to... Okay, sorry, I just got a text from somebody. Anyway, Spider-Man Brand New Day is the greatest Spider-Man film of all time. Let me break this down because I watched it last night and I got out of the movie theaters at like midnight. It was great. It was so good. Let me give my review on this movie. Oh my gosh, from the second we loaded in, he had the tech like the Spider-Man video game. It wasn't the Stark tech, but it was believable tech that a 20, 21, 22-year-old could make in his apartment with a little bit of cash. And just, you know, he's really smart. Peter Parker's obviously really smart. So it was believable that he could have made that tech. And we're now in a legitimate timeline and a real life that has AI. So it's also believable with the whole AI system. Like, I mean, it's believable tech. That made it so good. The web shooters was so good. The whole him turning into a spider, having to go to Hulk, asking him, you know, with DNA, how do you stop this? Because the Hulk tries to stop, you know, the Hulk DNA and tries to be Bruce Banner. And that was fantastic. And him, nobody knowing who he is, he's living alone, he's got stress. That is Peter Parker. Peter Parker's life sucks. And he still does the right thing. That's who Spider-Man is, and they did it so perfect. And the suit, oh my God, the suit was beautiful. Beautiful. And you know, the whole the flashbacks and the fast forwards of him fighting crime, being a street hero and taking care of New York, and then him talking to, you know, Yelena, the new leader of the new Avengers, saying, you know, you're a low-level guy. That's where Spider-Man needs to be right now. He doesn't need to be with the Avengers fighting in space with like a full iron suit. He's Spider-Man, you know? He's supposed to be taking care of his city while the Avengers deal with real level... Holy crap, my mic just fell over. With real people and real things. And all the villains in it were good. And the whole reveal with Jean Grey... Oh my gosh. When they said they were casting Sadie Sink and some people said maybe Jean Grey, I was like, yeah, it's definitely not Jean Grey. That was my last thought. When they added Jean Grey, had me mind blown in the theaters. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. Jean Grey is such a powerful character. And people were like, well, having Jean Grey, like that's not street level. This movie was street level, but still had comic book features. You know, the only street level Spider-Man's ever been is like some of his earliest comics. But once he starts, you know, getting popular and the comics kept flowing, Peter Parker was never truly just street level. Same with Daredevil and all the others. Punisher, they kept going and going. And it's a fictional comic book. Not everything can be truly street level. This isn't Daredevil season 1 for Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? But this movie was fantastic. The suit was great. The ideas were great. The cop scenes were great. The cop interactions, how he's working with a cop. This was just like the Spider-Man video game. The Spider-Man video game was so perfect, and it had so many parallels, and that's what made it great. And it had so many comic book references, and how there was no like true villain. I liked how they did that. It was so perfect. And Peter, you know, changing into a spider, that makes sense. If someone was like that in real life, wouldn't they slowly start getting more and more like towards the other gene pool, I guess? Like if I got bit by a radioactive spider, wouldn't I slowly develop more spider tendencies and stuff like that? It makes sense from a certain standpoint. And the comedy in it, the comedic reliefs, the funny jokes where he accidentally puts on a random girl's clothes and has to walk through a hallway, and it's just like 20 seconds and hilarious. Fantastically done. I don't even know if fantastically is a word, but it was done fantastic. And then Punisher, oh my gosh, Punisher was the best character in the movie. Punisher in Jon Bernthal is hilarious. He wasn't even trying to be funny, but he had such comedic relief. and he was hilarious. The chemistry between him and Spider-Man, Tom Holland and John Bernthal, was so perfect. So incredibly perfect. And I know people are going to say, yeah, he shot Spider-Man. He's the freaking Punisher. That's what he does. He shoots. I mean, he shot Daredevil in the head, and people still love John Bernthal in Daredevil Season 2. It's Punisher. He's always out to get rid of the bad guy. And at the time, from what he knew, Jean Grey was still the bad guy. And the Punisher was so great. And the chemistry between all the actors, fantastic. That was some of the best acting I've ever seen. And even the scene when MJ figures out this whole thing about Spider-Man, and she says, "I'm sorry, but I just don't love you." That hit in the theaters. That hit. And that was a real deep moment. The acting was great. And everything with Jean Grey doing mind control, everything with the FBI, damage control, the police, so perfect. So incredibly perfect. And the fight scenes were fantastic. The visuals and CGI was straight, just on point. And Spider-Man Brand New Day was so perfect. It was as perfect as it gets. No flaws. There was no flaws in that movie. It was beautiful. It was perfect. Perfect down to the last minute details. It was great. It was fantastic. And then the ending, scaring you with Spider-Man almost dying, that was great. And then Punisher putting on the mask and acting like a goon. You never see Punisher do that, but it was perfect comedic relief. It was hilarious. It was funny. That movie was so great. I would do a deeper dive, but I mean, I just love that movie, and it's the greatest Spider-Man movie of all time. And I know I just watched it, so this could change, but as of right now, that's my favorite movie. It was so good. So good. Chemistry, acting, storyline, visuals, CGI, fighting, storyline, everything was a 10 out of 10. They were hitting, and Marvel needed this because their movies have been down. Besides Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four, a lot of their projects have been really down. This saved the MCU. So this is my tier list. The best, really good, good with flaws, middle of the road, bad but watchable, trash. So if I had to do this in like an actual ranking, Spider-Man Brand New Day, number 1, TASM 1, number 2, Spider-Man 2, number 3, Spider-Man No Way Home, number 4, Spider-Man 3, number 5, Spider-Man Far From Home, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10, Venom doesn't really count, and then number 11, Spider-Man Far From Home. So, fantastic. Fantastic movie, Spider-Man Brand New Day. But yeah, I thought I might as well go a little bit deeper into Spider-Man Brand New Day since I just watched it yesterday on release day. But that's my Spider-Man tier list ranking.